George W. Bush's daughters, they don't seem to be all that noticeable either. Yeah, they had their bad teenage years, but after that, they were, they're pretty much, you don't hear from them or hear about them. So it's not that even the children of the first families are arrogant. It's just some of their parents. Now we don't know about the Obama girls. We don't know. I mean, we don't get to see them, and that's okay. We don't get to interact with them. Again, that's okay. I just hope that their daddy and their mother don't really rub off on them too much, because there'll be some, overly arrogant little girls there. Malia? Is that her name? Malia, she's rather tall for her. What is she, like 16? She's almost as tall as her mom and almost as tall as her dad, but... And yes, I said mom because, you people out there who keep saying that Michelle is Michael, you guys got to stop. You really do, because, look, I'm sorry, but I listen to some of the comments that people make about her, and they're really, you may not think so. You may think you're not being racist, but let me tell you, your comments are rather racist. I don't hear anybody calling a white person a monkey. I don't. Or a gibbon. I don't hear a white person being referred to as a gibbon. Or a gorilla. Look, you may think that she's ugly. I don't care. I don't like her either, but I think she's better looking than Hillary Clinton, let's face it. But there's no need for the type of rhetoric and language that some on the right are using, and yet in the same breath you're saying, well, I'm not racist. Well, really? Well, why didn't you call Hillary a monkey? And I'll tell you why, because Hillary's white. Plain and simple. And you have this stereotype, and you have this stereotype of what a woman is supposed to look like. I find it kind of interesting that everybody's out there, all these conspiracy theorists are out there talking about Michelle actually being Michael, because she looks, she's tall and she's, got certain masculine features. So she has to be a man. Well, remember Janet Reno? I'm sorry, Janet Reno was not a feminine looking person. She wasn't a feminine-looking woman. She was a big woman too. She's bigger than the First Lady. But I didn't hear anybody calling her a man. I'm just saying, this is kind of nuts. Why are you focusing on that in the first place? There's no, I don't care. Okay, so what? What difference does it make? What difference does it make? In this particular case, it doesn't matter at all. He's going to finish out his last term, his last 2 years, and it really doesn't matter if Michelle is or was a Michael at all. And I don't care. It doesn't change the fact that his policies suck, her policies suck, and that they need to be changed. Period. To be focusing on something that may or may not be, that is irrelevant anyway. So you prove beyond a reasonable shadow of a doubt. I don't know. Maybe you get a real nude picture of Michelle, and it proves that she's a he. So what? Then what? Big deal. You're gonna see, we told you. Then what? They're still in office, or Obama's still in office. Barack is still president. Who cares? When it comes right down to it, it has nothing to do with his policies. His policies suck. I don't care if the man, whatever he does in his bedroom, and however they got the girls, as long as it was legal, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Rod, it just goes to show that they're lying. No, it doesn't go to show that they're lying. I'm sorry, it doesn't. There are a lot of trannies out there. And they truly believe that they're women trapped in a male physique. And they don't believe that they're lying to anybody. They don't. So no, they're not lying about that. Big freaking, and there are a lot of There are, straight men out there that fall for tranny women, men, whatever, and they don't think that they're gay. They think they're still being straight. Fine. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Point is their policy. The things that they're doing to the Constitution, that's what matters. Is it if Obama actually turned out to be a girl in real life, would it change his executive orders at all? No, it wouldn't. They would still be his executive orders. They would still be unconstitutional. They would still be bad for the country. They would still be bad for the people of this country. So who cares? I don't care. So you need to stop, really, honestly. I mean, what a waste of time and effort when you could be talking about real issues. Like, noticing that the economy is beginning to stall. Again, it never sped up, but, the economy is kind of getting lame. Again. Even though it always has been lame, it's getting lamer. Again. Maybe the worst thing that could happen after the president and his party would be for the economic recovery from 2008 financial crisis to stall out. Last week, the president told town hall participants in Jamaica, he's down there in Jamaica, man, that one of his greatest regrets was not warning the nation that the recovery would take you. That's a bunch of BS because this is going to take forever. I'm telling you, it's going to take more than one. It's going to take more than one administration. I wish I had, I'm going to start getting clips of these people to prove their lies. You can go back and look them up and find them yourself. But this man did say that it was going to take more than one administration to turn this economy around because George Bush was that bad. And now he's saying, I wish I would have told people it was going to take years. Well, I don't know. If you're saying it's going to take more than one administration, to me, that means you're saying it's going to take years. So are you saying that the American people are that stupid that they can't figure out that more than one administration is years? But that admission reflects a whole universe of anxieties that went unspoken. Not only is the recovery taking years to materialize, it may be in the process of reversing because of his policies, folks. It has nothing. Yeah, look, he's hampered this economy every step of the way. He's had he's had that emergency brake on. Well, we can't let the economy slide. We can't go over the cliff, and so he's kept that emergency brake on to keep us from going over the cliff, or so he thinks. And we can't get going. And he's got the emergency brake on, and he won't release the clutch so we can get out of first gear. I mean, that's the whole thing right there in a nutshell. Plain and simple. I mean, I don't, But he's got to go down to Jamaica to say this. Why doesn't he tell the American people straight up, hey, you know what? I was down in Jamaica, and I was thinking about the economy. And I got to tell you, it's going to take years for it to recover. Because my policies obviously aren't the greatest in the world, and some of them aren't even working. Just saying. So it's going to take a while. Years, even. More than one administration. Just saying. So right now, you can blame me if you want, because I'm the president. Buck stops here. But, it's still not my fault. It's Bush's fault, and it's that Republican Congress fault, because they won't do a damn thing I want them to do. And I got to do everything by executive fiat. I mean, I like it, because it makes me powerful. Makes me feel good. But look, the whole policy, economic policy of this president is a total failure. This administration has been a total failure in just about every. They haven't been a failure in getting their agenda passed. I mean, they got Obamacare. That's a success for them. I mean, it's a devastation and a failure for the rest of the people, but for the administration, that's not a failure. they got it. And it looks like it might be here to stay for a while. That's a win, folks. That's a win. So whenever you're talking about that, because Obama likes to be on the golf course a lot, so he's probably celebrating his win over and over and over again. So whenever you're on the golf course, you're supposed to whisper like this. Did you ever watch golf on TV? Well, of course you have. So when everybody's talking about Obama's success, kind of have to whisper it so other people can't hear them. Other people can't hear them lie. The whole point is that this administration that has anything to do in a positive manner for the people of this country has been an abysmal failure. The things that they have been successful at, this administration, have been devastating to the American people and the Constitution. Plain and simple. There's no way to sugarcoat it. This administration has been it's been an abysmal failure. Now, I really wish I could say that there were some successes, but other than the type of success that you don't want them to succeed at, like Obamacare, they haven't had any. Their foreign policy is a mess. This world, not just this country, this world is more dangerous than ever before. We've got a major enemy of multiple nations about to get a nuclear bomb. Been a disaster, folks. Been a disaster. Well, we're going to have to see you next time tomorrow night because we're out of time for today. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Here Over on Spreaker. Catch us tomorrow at on CPR. Check out the Facebook page, facebook.com, The Rod Eccles Show, and rodeccles.net, folks. See you tomorrow.